back, everybody. I'm Trey Herrera. Welcome back to the shop. I put up both of my cars for sale. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you put up both of your cars for sale? I have several reasons for doing this. One of them is what I preach to a lot of people. One race car. One car that you're working on and solely that car, and then one daily driver. And then one car that's really good versus two cars that are halfway done. So, yes, I put the GTO up for sale. No, it's not. No, I don't really want to sell it. I'll be honest with every single one of you guys. No, I don't want to sell it. No, I don't want to sell the Z either. Both of them are really, really close to my heart. The reason why I'm doing this, though, actually, I have several reasons. I got 3 really good reasons. Number 1, I have a son now. As some of you guys may know if you've been following for a while, some may not. I cannot take him anywhere with me in either of my cars. That's number 1. Number 2 is I want to build a really, really good car. I want to build one really good performer and then possibly move to the next project versus 2 decent but could be a whole lot better cars. Number 3 is I need a truck for my shop and a handful of tools. As you guys have seen, I'm looking to buy a 2-post lift and just several other tooling that would really, really grow the shop or at least make me more efficient. So one of them has to go, and I do feel like, you know, I could distribute the money in a whole lot more positive manner than using them for videos. Videos are for fun. Like 99% for fun for me to show my growth, and so I could look back and be like, man, I came from a long way. And then now I did think about auctioning or doing some sort of raffle for either of the cars, but then I looked up the state laws where I live, and it is completely illegal for me to do that here. So I'm not exactly sure. I think that would be a much better deal, especially for one of you guys, to get a car pretty built with a lot of parts that you pay this much for versus having to come out of pocket, you know, whatever my asking price is. And I don't know the ways around that. So if you guys know the laws in Colorado, or if there's a way around that, please message me, DM me, I will respond. And that would be awesome. Now, I also got a ton of love from you guys on Facebook, so I really, really appreciate it. For those reasons I told you guys, growing the business, getting a truck so I could, you know, take my family all together, possibly get a trailer as well so I could tow the cars to and from the track, so I don't have to worry about breaking them. I always worried. Every time I went to the track, I would always worry about breaking them and not get home. The track from my shop is roughly like about an hour drive, so not cheap. Not cheap if I were to break it and to have it towed here. And then I just want to be I want to be a little bit more responsible. I've been a grown kid for a long time, so I want to be a little bit more responsible. I want to be more efficient in my business, and I want to build the best quality car I possibly can do. For right now, that's not having 2 cars. Now, I wish I was like the other YouTubers, specifically Mike. I really like his videos. He does, you know, he does it the right way. He has somebody else work on his cars, and he just films the videos, which is dope. So I'm not that guy. I work on everything. I learned how to do all of this so I could essentially, because I didn't have money to really drop on the cars like that. So yeah, if I could do that, then yeah, no problem keeping 2, 3, 4, 5 cars and having somebody else work on them, and then you just go and double check and drive them and enjoy them that way. But since I do 100% of the work on my cars, you know, you could only give so much time to each car. Now, let me give you the update on both the GTO and the Z. Yes, the Z is painted. We did a bunch of body work, me and Jesus, to the whole body to get it nice and straight, to get some of the ripples out. We smoothed a lot of the side skirts. We did all of this. This should have been filmed, but we did all of this while in that period of time when I wasn't filming. And this was all on the side. Like after doing all of our projects, decided to paint it one day. And I was gonna paint it the original factory, the factory red cherry pearl, I think is what the color code is. Decided that, well, let me backtrack. I was taking my car home. It got broken into a couple times, like 2 or 3 times within a week. So I got frustrated. With that, moved the car to my grandma's house. The car was parked in my grandma's house. I undid the steering wheel, battery, all of that. And then decided that the car was too bright. It's too noticeable on the street if I were to park it anywhere. So I decided to change the color. We went with a satin black. I probably will end up doing some sort of wet sand and clear coat, depending on which car sells and which car stays. But wet sand and clear coat, but right now it's a satin black. And came out pretty good. So that's the deal with that. But yeah, I was gonna paint it back factory, red cherry pearl. And that was my determining factor, is it got broken into a couple times. And I was frustrated. It's really obvious on the street, especially with the wheels and everything. It was red, shiny, alloy wheels. And it's a 300Z. Everybody knows the 300Z. Now as for the GTO, hood is nasty right now. I pulled the wrap, We're doing some body work. We're gonna patch this hole. We're gonna clean all of this up. This was just a glaze, just so you guys know. This was just a glaze to get some of the nastiness out of it. But when I pulled the wrap had adhered to the paint so much that it pulled the glaze. So it real nice and smooth. I'm actually gonna cut a hole for this guy. We're gonna pull this off, cut a hole for this guy, patch it back. I'm gonna TIG it back. We're gonna sand it real nice, and then I'm gonna put another, pretty much gonna coat the whole thing with a very, very thin layer of fiberglass filler. We're gonna sand it, prime it, and then paint it back factory Phantom black. So I know it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible, but that's temporary. So by the end of the day, you guys should see a good little change. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
You hurt, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, guys. So I patched this guy. I didn't film it, but I did do it. And Jesus said, let him do the body work. So when we pulled the wrap, I had sanded this. I had sanded this down beforehand because the clear coat I had used had some issues. So yeah. But yeah, it looked carbon fiber a bit. Getting it all patched up real quick. Carbon fiber. What is it? Cars for hire. Mechanics for hire. So I left because I got a offer on the Z today, and then he asked me about emissions. I was like, bro, it's swapped. It's like where we live, there is no emissions, so you have to figure a way around what you should do on your setup.
There is no emissions.
No emissions. Full race car. So now, he's second guessing his life. But yeah, that was sad. I thought that was funny because I got an offer on the Z before the GTO, and the GTO has a ton of video. Well, they both have a good amount of videos on them. I don't know, but people are JDM fanboys for sure. I like to put it this way: the Z is like a teenager car almost. Like when done right, it's an adult car, but the GTO is like that grown man car. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Not anybody can have one.
Well, you got to spend like real money on this thing. Like, that's the difference. Like if you buy like a twin turbo Z32, you're gonna spend a lot of money. It's gonna be like 8 to 12, somewhere in that range. I restored this back from non-running, is essentially just gonna go to the junkyard. So all right, guys, it looks way better. We backed it up so we could actually We should actually take the hood off so we don't get any dust in the wastegates. But yeah, Jesus is teaching me a thing or two with the bodywork, and he's a little broken right now. What happened?
I went to this trampoline fun place.
Got folded, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't stretch nothing, just got in there.
Just got in there. My body was like, "You're old."
He's like, that's too much bounce to the ounce for me right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, no hole. It'll be back to factory in a little bit. You guys be psyched. We got a painted one, almost painted one. All right, guys, pull GTO in. So this is what we got right now. It's a little nasty, but no worries. It's gonna get cleaned up real nice. It'll look real proper once again. Like I said, for the GTO and the Z or the Z, really bittersweet, right? Honestly, I don't necessarily want to get rid of either car at all, but I do want to further what I could do build-wise. So either of them, you know. Like I said, I got to offer full asking price for the Z, and then once he heard, oh, I can't register it, and that was just more of a, you know, lack of car knowledge. Like I said, if I had a whole ton of space, you know, and you know, I didn't put 100% of my money back into this shop, I would be buying me a big old truck and trailer to tow everything. Obviously, I do these videos for fun as well, so I'm not like a full-time YouTuber or anything like that. Although that would be amazing. It'd be way funner to be a full-time YouTuber than actually wrench on a bunch of people's cars. But I'm not mad about my career choice in general, so it's all good. Yeah, with all of that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know a bunch of you guys are gonna hate me for even considering selling a GTO, but it is what it is. I love that.